Hi, so this is my reflection video for the service that I went to at the Temple Beth Shalom, and I went with a group of people from class and also Pastor Dave Restrick. Um, this was in Milton, I believe, and I was sort of expecting a very structured and formal service, which it actually ended up being much more laid back. And it seemed more like everyone was a family, everyone knew each other very, very well. Um, and when we walked inside, it was very modest, very normal, sort of looked like a business center. But when we went into um, what Christians would call a chapel, I'm not sure if they call it a chapel also, but when we went in there, it was very bright, so much natural light. The entire, like where the seats were facing, the entire wall was all windows, which was beautiful. It let in a lot of really nice light. And in the middle stood the ark, which when I saw it, I thought like, wow, it's really beautiful. I wonder what that's for. And during the service, it ended up being that they had the whole time the rabbi would have someone come up. He would call a participant in the ceremony to come up and perform certain rituals, and really made everyone a part of the service. And he had two people go over and open this ark, and in it they had all of their readings, like the Torah and everything. And every time that they took the Torah out, they would sing this song. I forget how it went, but it was about Torah Torah or something like that. And when they would read from the Torah, they would have um, they would sing it in Hebrew. And there was also someone right next to him that had next to the rabbi, another person from the service would have something with all the pronunciations. So every time that the rabbi pronounced a word incorrectly, the woman would correct him and he would say it again. And at the end, he explained this to us as you always have to say it correctly, and it's okay to be corrected. So that's why they have the extra person, because it does happen. There's a lot of singing. Oh, and when we would read from the songbooks or anything, it was always from right to left, which was very confusing at first. And when they would say, okay, turn to page, let's say 200, I would start flipping this way and I'd be like, gotta go the other way. And to always have to read the opposite direction it took a little bit to get used to, but it was interesting. And even when they would all sing it as a congregation together, I tried to pronounce it because it was pretty easy to read it. The reading it was pretty close to what the pronunciation was of the words. So I tried to say it with them. And at one point in the service, it was actually really, really nice because the rabbi mentioned wanting to acknowledge people that were mourning deaths, and this could like recent deaths or even deaths that happened years and years ago. And so everyone would put whoever it was really that was mourning, put their hands up, and then each person one by one would stand up and acknowledge the person that they were mourning, and would tell a happy story to sort of remember them. And that was really, really nice. I appreciated that. And even at one point, there was also the rabbi went around to each and every single person, and they would say the name of a person that was having health problems or was sick or anything like that, sort of to acknowledge and to pray for those people. So it was a very, very interactive service, definitely more interactive than I've experienced in the past. What else? It had a pretty big impact on me because I was really interested in it because I didn't really know what to expect. I think on TV I had seen like parts of a Hebrew service, but I didn't really understand how it really went. And like I said before, it was really just really interactive, and it made me made me realize how much of a community they were. They all seemed so close, like they really seemed like a family, and it was a very small congregation, but you could tell that they were really close, and it was really nice, and everything was very traditional in the way that they do things, but it was also laid back, which was an interesting mix because they you could see that everything was very clearly you had to do things a certain way, but it was actually still really relaxed. So yes, I really enjoyed this visit. Yeah.